I'm going to show you how to turn Giant SpongeBob into Brookhaven. When Giant SpongeBob appeared in Brookhaven, everyone believed that Brookhaven had been hacked, but of course that's not what happened. It was just a Giant SpongeBob ID. But unfortunately, that Giant SpongeBob ID was banned. Roblox quickly banned it. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to become Giant SpongeBob here in Brookhaven. I've already put up my house. I've put up a normal house, but I shouldn't do that because I need to put up a super protected house so I can protect myself from SpongeBob. Because I've learned that SpongeBob is very evil. So that's why I put up this maximum security castle. That way, no evil SpongeBob will be able to break into my house. If I open the avatar editor and search for SpongeBob, various SpongeBob items will appear. Look, this one is scary SpongeBob. But, as everyone knows, this SpongeBob isn't giant because he's too small. I want to put a giant SpongeBob, which will cover the entire map of Brookhaven so that everyone gets really scared. I'm going to change this SpongeBob because this one is too small. This SpongeBob is a bit bigger because he's a bit bigger and he's scarier. But that's still not enough. I want to make SpongeBob even bigger. In fact, there's no giant SpongeBob here in Brookhaven. All the SpongeBobs here are very small. This SpongeBob, I believe, is the biggest I've found so far because it's SpongeBob in prison. Look at his face. He's very sad because he's been arrested. But I'm going to remove this SpongeBob. Before I show you how to turn SpongeBob into a giant, I'm going to show you another giant item that hasn't yet been banned from Brookhaven. I need to open the avatar editor and enter this ID. With this ID, I'll have access to a giant item. Woo! Look at that! There's simply a giant galaxy around me. I'm going to remove my house and put up a mega mansion because I want to use a military jet. Because that way, I'll be able to get inside this galaxy with the military jet. I literally can't see anything with this galaxy. Look at that. It's completely blocking my vision. I think I got stuck somewhere. Look at that. Where am I? I'm going to remove this giant galaxy because I'm literally lost. Perfect. I found the jet. I've already put on my military jet and now I'm going to put on this giant galaxy. Will I be able to get inside this galaxy with my military jet? I'm going to set my military jet to maximum speed. So I think I'll be able to get inside the galaxy. No, there's really no way. I think the galaxy is literally moving along with me. So that's why I can't get inside this galaxy, even using this military jet. But this item is very, very giant and it's very funny. That's for sure. But now I'm going to show you another giant secret ID. I'm gonna put in this new ID again and look at this. This is the biggest hat in the world. Look at the height of this hat. It's certainly the tallest. It's very, very big. Look at that. This hat is literally gigantic. I'm going to get on Brookhaven's helicopter so I can find out what's going to happen. My hat is literally bigger than this lamppost. This hat, for sure, is the biggest in Brookhaven. Luckily for me, this hat doesn't have a collision because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get inside the police station. I'm taking off this helicopter and look at this. There's literally a giant hat. That's really, really fun. My hat is literally touching the floor of Brookhaven, but I don't want to wear that hat anymore. I'm going to remove this giant hat and put on this new ID. This new ID, I literally have a coliseum protecting me. Yes, there's a coliseum around me. I want to find out what happens if I put on a car. It says I can't spawn a car. I don't know why. I'll remove the coliseum and try to place the car. There, now it's worked. Now I'll put the coliseum back. Perfect. Now there's a coliseum protecting this Lamborghini. That's certainly a lot of fun. It's a walking coliseum because the coliseum is literally moving. It's very, very funny. I'm sure the Brookhaven players, when they see this coliseum, won't understand a thing because it's a giant coliseum here in Brookhaven and it's literally protecting a Lamborghini. This ID is definitely my favorite. This ID I'm gonna put up right now. Go! Look how incredible! A giant wall appears and it's definitely the biggest wall in Brookhaven. In fact, I think there's a picture of a dog here, but this wall is very big. Look, anyone who enters the Brookhaven map will be able to see this wall from afar, which is actually this very cute dog. This is my favorite ID in my opinion because it's really huge. I want to find out what's behind it too. There's literally the same picture. On both sides there's a picture of this very cute dog. I'm going to try to spawn a car and find out if I can do it. No, I can't spawn a car because there's literally a giant wall on my side. And look, the Brookhaven map is completely bugged by this wall. That's why I'm going to remove it, okay? I've removed that giant wall because the map of Brookhaven was completely bugged. But now I'm going to show you how to become Scary SpongeBob. Surely everyone wants to become Scary SpongeBob here in Brookhaven, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. That's why I opened Roblox Studio, and here I can completely modify the map of Brookhaven. And lucky for me, I've even got SpongeBob's car. Yes, that's SpongeBob's car. Now I just need to put SpongeBob SpongeBob here in my Brookhaven. I've also managed to place SpongeBob's house. I just need to find a perfect plot of land to put this house on. I think I'll put the house on this plot. There. Now I've placed SpongeBob's house. I hope there's something inside. And I'm also going to put SpongeBob right next to the Brookhaven coffee shop, which in this case is Brooks Diner. I'm going to put this SpongeBob. This SpongeBob isn't scary, but he's too small. I need to fix that. I need to make him into a giant SpongeBob. Look at this. Look at the size of this SpongeBob. I want to make him really, really big. Perfect. I think that's good. He's definitely the biggest SpongeBob in Brookhaven. And I'm also going to add a sad SpongeBob. That's SpongeBob crying. He's not that big, but he's crying. That's very, very sad. I feel sorry for SpongeBob. Perfect. I've already put the scariest SpongeBob in Brookhaven. Now finally, I'm going to test my Brookhaven because I want to turn into this giant SpongeBob. And I also want to go inside SpongeBob's house, which is this house here. I want to find out what's inside SpongeBob's house. I'm going to find out right now. Perfect. I've already entered Brookhaven. And the first thing I'm going to test is this SpongeBob car. Yes, this SpongeBob car really works. In fact, it's a very fast car. I really like this car. Perfect. Now I want to go inside SpongeBob's house. I'm going into SpongeBob's house now because I'm still small. Because the moment I turn into this giant SpongeBob, I'm sure I won't be able to get into the house because the door is too small. Actually, the door is a normal size. So that's why I'm going to try to get in right now. No way. Literally, SpongeBob's house doesn't work because the door is locked. I've activated the free camera and I'm going to find out what's inside this house. Nothing. There's literally nothing inside SpongeBob's house. So, unfortunately, there's no way I can get inside SpongeBob's house. But I want to know if this SpongeBob car works on water because SpongeBob is underwater. So I need to know if this car also works in water. And I'm going to find out right now. No, the car literally doesn't work on water because I've just been destroyed because I put SpongeBob's car in the water. So I found out that it doesn't work in water. But now I'm going to turn into this giant SpongeBob and I hope it really works. I just need to get close to this giant SpongeBob and press this green button. After I press that green button, I'm going to turn into this giant SpongeBob and I'm going to do it right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, I think it worked. No way it worked. I really have turned into giant SpongeBob. Look at my size compared to the map of Brookhaven. I'm definitely the biggest SpongeBob on the entire map of Brookhaven. That's a lot of fun. Wow, no way, my SpongeBob fell off. I think my SpongeBob fell in the middle of the street. It's because he's so big that he even tripped over the Brookhaven hospital. I'm a good SpongeBob, and this is an evil SpongeBob. Of course, I don't want to turn into evil SpongeBob. That's why I'm this good SpongeBob, and I'm a giant. I'm much, much bigger than that evil SpongeBob, but I want to get back to normal. If I reset, will I be able to get back to normal, or will I always be that giant SpongeBob? Wow, I'm back to normal at last. Because I don't want to be that giant SpongeBob forever. I want to see the reaction of Brookhaven players when they see me using a secret item on a public server. Will everyone be too scared? I'm going to find out right now. Perfect, I've joined a public server in Brookhaven, and I'm already going to put in a giant ID. Woo, no way. There are already people using giant IDs here, because there's this giant capybara. I'm going to put up this giant wall. Wow, look at that. I literally put up this giant wall. I'm sure this girl, who is this capybara, is going to be very jealous of my giant wall, which is actually a puppy. However, this puppy is so big that you can't even see it. Look at that. I'm sure the players don't understand anything, because there's a giant wall all over the Brookhaven map. Look at that. There's a person laughing here. I'm sure that person found the giant wall I put up very funny. Could it be this girl who's writing this? I don't know, because her name doesn't appear. I'm going to put on a skateboard so I can get around a bit faster. Now I want to find some players. Look at this. There are some players here. I think everyone gets very, very angry when someone puts up a giant ID because it clutters up the whole map. Nobody can see hardly anything. Look at this. There are several players here. I'm going to put up my giant wall and cover everything up. Okay, I think these players are very angry with me. Look at this. They're trying to drive me away. I don't know why. I think it's because I have this giant wall and I'm getting in the way of all the players. If you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.